Yeah, hi, this is Sharon. I am here at Clermont County Public Health, and I am the safe sleep educator. And I normally come in person to a caring place, and I get to see all your beautiful faces. And sometimes there's little babies that get to be there, and sometimes there's not. But I welcome all of you. And even though safe sleep is it's a tough subject um, when things go bad, but we are talking about prevention because prevention is the key to preventing SIDS. Can we prevent it 100%? No, we cannot. But we are going to show you today, I'm going to talk about some things and share a couple videos that will greatly reduce the risk of SIDS. Okay, so let's get started here. I appreciate you being here, and I wish you guys all the best with your babies. That's so exciting. So I wish I could see you, but let's get into this. So I'm going to share my screen, and we will talk about a few things here. First of all, I want to talk about this. This is what does safe sleep environment look like. Basically on this is extremely important. I love the visual because like I said, I talked about education is key and to prevention. So what we have learned through the years has been you share the room, but you don't share the bed, okay? So if you see here, the infant is in his or her bed, and that's how the newborn will remain. They recommend actually almost till 6 months because that's kind of when the risk of SIDS decreases as well once they get to 6 months of age. And so that's why it's important to maintain this sharing the room and not the bed. So they have their own little sleep area, and notice there's nothing in it except the baby. The baby's on his or her back, and that way when they're fussing in the middle of the night or waking up in the morning, you can see their beautiful face when they wake up. So that's exactly what you want to see, and you want to see them on their back. Nothing in the crib. There's no blankets, there's no bottles, there's no bumper pads, there's nothing else in the crib whatsoever except the baby. And we recommend that it stays comfortable in heat. That's a big deal. You can decrease with increasing heat. There is some correlation to some previous deaths of infants in regards to that. So that's why it's important to not overheat them. So you want to keep the room temperature that it's a good temperature for you. If it's a good temperature for you, it's a good temperature for baby, and just do not make it too warm. So that's one thing. Another thing we can greatly reduce the risk of SIDS is breastfeeding. So that's extremely important. And in your packet, there'll be some information in regards to breastfeeding and the benefits of it. And I'd really like to take the time to encourage you, if you're not interested in breastfeeding, I definitely recommend that you educate yourself on it. And at WIC, I'm not for sure if you guys are all involved in WIC. WIC is a great women, infant, and children. So that is awesome they help you with so much information. And there are breastfeeding peers there who can assist you in educating and helping you learn about breastfeeding. And there'll be a resource person if you're having difficulties as well of what to do. And they're an excellent resource. I cannot say enough about it. They do have a class now during COVID. I don't believe that's going on, but perhaps I'm sure they have something set up of which you could learn virtually. So please connect to them. The WIC's number is just call our main number, 735-8400, and then there'll be a prompt on there leading you to the WIC department. Another way we can reduce the risk of SIDS is to stop smoking. If, of course, as you're pregnant, you don't want to smoke, that's a huge benefit by not smoking. That will give the best development for your baby. So, and also after the baby's born, if you do have a smoker, person who smokes in the home, it's highly recommended that they do smoke outside. And if any family or friends are coming in to see the baby and they're smokers, it's called secondhand smoke and then third-hand smoke. Third-hand smoke is where you are a smoker or you are in a home that people smoke and you have your shirt on that has all kinds of, there's a lot of carcinogenic chemicals that are on your shirt that the baby will inhale if the baby is close to you, and that's third-hand smoke. And we really recommend that you put a clean shirt on top of that shirt after the baby, or completely get rid of that dirty shirt and then put a clean, fresh shirt on, then hold the baby. Of course, it's always important to make sure you wash your hands, and you probably shouldn't have too many visitors with COVID going on as it is. So, but just remember that that is important to greatly reduce. We do have tobacco cessation program that will help you stop smoking, and that is in your packet, some information, but we have tobacco specialists that will help in regards to that, if that is your desire, because your baby needs you around for a long time. So, and for your health, that is just a huge benefit. And it's something we offer here at Clermont County Public Health. So that is also important. Another thing is we talk about the fitted sheet. We talk about this mattress here, nice and firm. And there is that way they cannot get their face down as they start it to roll. They won't be able to get wedged in there. So that's extremely important. Also, the baby should not sleep in an adult bed or on a couch or on a chair with you or with anybody else or by themselves ever. I do have on the resource page, there is a website, a family, and they had a little son named Charlie, and they're great advocates now, but they fell asleep, the dad did, with the baby laying on their chest, and then rolled over, and the baby got wedged in the couch and suffocated. So, and actually the dad was a physician, a pediatrician actually. And so that is very sad. So they advocate, they have all kinds of information. There is on the resource page that I will give you. There's a link to where you can watch that video. I'm not going to be showing that particular video, but they don't go in great detail. I will tell you that they don't, but they do share the emotional side of it. So that's extremely important. You're going to be tired as a new parent, so just make sure that it's okay. If you are that tired, please put the baby in his or her crib by himself, and then you lay down. And even if the baby is crying somewhat, that is okay. Because you need your sleep and you want to prevent anything like that from happening, okay? And then of course, we talked about nothing in the bed. We talked about what clothing they should just wear, what you're comfortable in. So if it's winter time, obviously it's going to be colder, perhaps that short sleeve for if it's a little, warmer. And keep the temperature at a decent temperature, or lower, not too warm. That's extremely important. All right, I'm going to go to something different here to share our screen with. So let me go back to that, and we will look at something else here that I want to show you, and we'll get to that. This is the resource page that I spoke about. So this talks about the Baby First Network. They have a lot of great information about safe sleep. We talk about the Center for Disease Control. We talk about the American Academy of Pediatrics, and there's some great information on safe sleep there. And you can click and go on to that link. There is also the Consumer Product Safety Commission. There are a few beds that are approved and so forth. So that is something important that you can talk to, you can look at and view. And sorry about that. You can look at and view, and that is there as well. And then the National Institute of Health and Safe to Sleep campaign. That is also a great resource. And also, this is Charlie's Kids. This is where the little boy, the dad fell asleep with them on the couch, and the infant suffocated. So they are really educating for safe sleep, and they have a lot of great information there. Also, keepingbabysafe.org is extremely important, and I highly recommend that you go there. It is a parent who actually had a pack and play. They talk about equipment and all kinds of consumer products from, there's beds to infant, a pack and play, and that's what they had, where their baby got wedged into a mattress. They used, an extra layered mattress, and they got wedged into the edge of that and suffocated. So, and those products are still on the market. So they have a warning on them, but they're still available for purchase. So I highly recommend, and that is one of the things we're going to share in that. So please look over this page. There's a lot of information there. So look at that. I have, and right now we are going to watch a video. So let's take a look at that.
Keeping babies safe is foremost in every parent's mind. We worry about what they eat, how we dress them, whether or not we've buckled the car seat just right. But what about where babies sleep? Here's Joyce Davis, co-founder and president of Keeping Babies Safe.
We had gone away to visit my in-laws, and Garrett was sleeping in a pack and play, and a friend of mine right before I left had said to me, oh, there is a brand new mattress that you can put in there, and you can put it on top of the hard bottom, and it'll make it much more comfortable for him to sleep. So we had gone to the store, and sure enough, right next to the play yard was this mattress sold in tandem together with this play yard. We had put Garrett to sleep that night in the play yard with the supplemental mattress, only to find out when we woke up early in the morning that he had suffocated. Keeping Babies Safe was started because we wanted crib safety and safe sleep information just to be readily available to all parents and caregivers.
Babies notoriously have large heads in comparison to the rest of their body. The danger of adding the supplemental mattress to the mattress pad that's recommended is the higher up the baby goes, the higher the danger for the baby to get its face wedged in between that supplemental mattress and the mesh. They cannot lift their head out of that spot, and that's when they suffocate. We know that a baby should be asleep on their back on a hard mattress that is specifically made for that specific crib or play yard, and that there should be nothing in the crib. That is the safest way for a baby to sleep.
Moms educate other moms, and you go to the store and you look for the mattress that they're talking about, and it's right next to the pack and play, and it looks really nice and comfortable. Babies never telling me they're uncomfortable. They're sleeping in anything and sleep on the floor. It's just this perception that parents have, this perception of uncomfort that made the mattress desirable, because it looked like it would help the baby as opposed to hurt the baby or kill the baby. Parents need to be warned.
Here are some important tips on safe sleep habits. Never add a supplemental mattress or pad to a mesh-sided play yard. Only use the mattress pad sold with the play yard. Always place your baby to sleep on his or her back. Remove all soft items from the play yard, including bumpers, pillows, blankets, comforters, and toys.
A soft-sided play yard combined with a mattress is a deadly combination and a suffocation hazard. Yet the manufacturers still manufacture this product, and the retailers all know that there have been 39 deaths in the last 3 years. The same mattress that Garrett slept on 14 years ago is still on the market today. Yet the government has done nothing to ban these from the market. So since that time, we got a warning label put on the play yard.
The warning label states, do not use any other mattress besides the one supplied by the manufacturer, as it can be a fatal suffocation hazard.
We were invited to do a presentation at the American Standard of Testing of Materials. And at the end of the presentation, we asked all the manufacturers and retailers who were in the room, would you put your baby to sleep in this combination of a soft-sided play yard and a supplemental mattress? And unanimously, they all said no. It has been incredible to have keeping babies safe, helping other people, and never letting another family, experience an injury or tragedy. It's grown beyond my wildest dream. We can make a difference, but I would never want anyone else to ever experience any loss like this. For no reason. This happened for no reason.
Keeping Babies Safe is a nonprofit organization that provides education, assistance, advocacy, and leadership in the development of safer children's products and practices. Please visit keepingbabiessafe.org for more information and additional safe sleep safety tips. And please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Be smart about safe sleep.
Okay, so that was, just really, that's awesome for a family to be able to have that desire to educate others in their time of tragedy, and that's what they've done. And I just thought that was a very valuable, important video to share. I do have a few other things here to go over. We're just going to talk here why babies are at risk for breathing problems. Infants are a higher risk because they developing hypoxia or low oxygen, and there's many reasons for that. And one is the metabolic rate is nearly double that of an adult. So the hypoxia or low oxygen can happen more quickly in an infant. Also, the infant's lungs are smaller. The ribs are more horizontal with less ability to expand the chest. The muscles of respiration tire more quickly. And babies lack head control and cannot protect their airway. So that is huge, and that is something just to know. This is the reasons why these things occur. And I have a couple other information. This just talks about, I just want to show you, because we talk about only being in the crib, not in a swing, not sleeping in a swing, not sleeping in a car seat. Obviously, you know, when you're traveling or if you're in a car ride for a little bit of time, you want to make sure that if somebody can be in the back and make sure, you know, their heads get floppy and they bend over and they occlude that airway. And as you can see right here, this is open. They've got their head up and strong. And then here they're dozing and their head is, their chin is what we call chin up. Their head is down and that's what they're doing. And look at the airway there. And that's how it happens so quickly. So when babies fall asleep in a swing or car seat, they are prone to do this. So that is why it's really important to make sure that you are there, you are supervising that the baby or somebody of your family member is there with them in the back, and watching that. So especially when they're brand newborn. So that is very important. And I will show you, this is another thing that, this is the Academy of Pediatrics. Now that we understand a bit about infants' autonomy, so a way the infant is made and kind of how they're at more risk, we're going to talk about what the American Academy of Pediatrics recommends for safe sleep. And we will see how they recommend, they do not endorse sleeping in a car seat for an extended or unsupervised amount of time. We have had several deaths here in Clermont County where that has occurred. And it is unfortunate, and that definitely can be prevented. So that is why education is key. And now we have one more video for you. I also want to talk about tummy time. Let's see, where's that at? Okay. That's not it, sorry. And a question we also get quite a bit is about GERD. So basically if they're on reflux medicine and they have a habit of a lot of spitting up, this can be a concern for parents. And right here, it says, if you have this, it's often been cited as a reason for following an infant to sleep in a car seat. This misguided belief is that by elevating the head and torso of an infant, it will reduce discomfort associated with GERD. And this is untrue. The American Academy of Pediatrics concurs with the North American Society of Pediatrics Gastroenterology Nutrition. The risk of SIDS outweighs the benefits of prone or lateral sleep position. So in other words, infants from birth to 12 months of age, supine or on their back positioning during sleep is recommended. So that is definitely something that to be aware of, that that's not going to cause an issue and it outweighs that risk. So that is information there as well that's valuable. All right. And I hope that you were able to see that. Okay. And now we're going to talk about tummy time. Tummy time is very important here. The reason why we do tummy time is to start developing those head muscles, arm muscles, belly muscles, all of those things, because initially when they're little itty bitty babies, they're really kind of floppy, and it takes a while for them to start developing that muscle tone. So it's important to have tummy time. So this is only when you are awake and the baby is awake and you are on the floor with a blanket with them, or just a soft floor, that's fine as well. But you just want to make sure that you're right there with them, and that head is you know, they're going to bob it up and down a little bit, but as they get older, you know, they'll be able to do that. Little by little, they'll start developing and they'll get better at it as time goes, and they'll be fine. And then they'll graduate from on the belly on the floor to sitting up and all of that. So, but this is important to do this 2 or 3 times a day for 3 to 5 minutes. This is kind of how, and some suggestions on what to do, and then a visit there, a link to help you out there as well. But this is important to do every day, and so that is information there that you can refer to. And then we'll get to our video, our last video, and that'll be it. And it's just short, but it's an excellent one.
Seriously?
Congratulations, man.
Is it okay to tell everyone?
Yeah, we're just waiting for.
Hey, everyone! Lori and Thomas are pregnant!
My wife.
How far along are you?
I'm about 4 months.
And we're very excited.
I'm terrified.
Well, that's normal. It's a big change, and there's a lot to get ready for.
It's not just the getting ready, it's.
What?
I feel silly.
She's worried about what happened to the Murphys up the street last year. I mean, I gotta be honest, we're both scared. This SIDS thing?
It's terrifying.
SIDS? Sudden infant death syndrome.
Oh, this is what we used to call crib death. I don't even like it, even though it's kind of a nonsense name. I mean, I know cribs don't cause SIDS.
This is all that stuff about not letting the baby sleep on his stomach and so on, right?
Right, right. Babies need to sleep on their backs.
I'm sure they know what they're talking about. Because if you remember, you young ladies.
Spent many an hour sleeping on my stomach. I know, Mom.
Yeah, but pregnant women used to smoke and drink a lot.
Baby, that doesn't make it right. I mean, we did a lot of things back then, and now we know what's wrong.
But if baby sleeping on their back is the right idea, then why did I hear the Lawrences telling their babysitter it was okay for their baby to be on his stomach sometimes?
They did? Maybe you heard wrong. Hey, Danielle? Hey, what's up? Thomas said he heard you tell your sitter something about the baby being okay on her stomach, and he was thinking maybe we're wrong about this back thing.
Oh, no. My sitter, she was so totally worried about making sure that she sleeps on her back. She was trying to keep her on her back all the time, even when she was awake. I was just trying to let her know she didn't have to worry about that.
So it's okay for her to be on her stomach when she's awake?
It's fine. Hey, Rhonda.
She's the nurse. She knows.
Babies need to sleep on their backs, but they need some tummy time too when they're awake. Helps their muscles develop and prevents the chance of flat spots developing on their heads.
Rhonda, it's okay if baby sleeps on their tummy sometimes, right? Like for quick naps and stuff?
There's strong evidence that babies are at increased risk for SIDS if they spend even a small amount of sleep time on their stomachs. The only safe sleeping position is on their backs.
Feeling, Lori? I'm great. I've been working on all the things you suggested the last time you came by.
Wait, Rhonda makes house calls?
She gave me a lot of great suggestions on how to get the house ready for the baby. I gotta say though, Rhonda, I've been having some trouble convincing my mom here of some of the stuff you were suggesting.
What stuff?
Not wrapping the baby in blankets during sleep time.
It's part of our culture to wrap babies in blankets.
Unfortunately, we've learned that all those blankets can be dangerous.
Yeah, and it's not just blankets. It's pillows, it's toys, it's anything soft, right?
That's right. A lot of those things that feel comfy and cozy can actually be dangerous. They increase the risk for SIDS and could even suffocate your baby. So pull all of that stuff out of the crib during sleep time. And to keep loose blankets from being over or under your baby, you could use blanket sleepers. Baby should sleep on a safety-approved mattress with a fitted sheet. That's it.
Rhonda, can we get your opinion on another issue?
Are you about to get me in trouble with someone?
Well, we'll just say we've been having what I call a disagreement lately about how warm we should keep our son at night. Hey, we've got the expert here. We should at least ask.
I can understand your concern, worrying about the baby getting too cold.
See?
But
But
you have to take care not to overdress your baby during sleep time. Raising the thermostat too high or bundling him can actually overheat him, which increases the risk for SIDS. So if the room feels comfortable to you, it's comfortable for your baby wearing light sleep clothing. That's the safest way to go.
Okay, you win. But as long as we're settling disagreements, maybe there's one more thing you can do for us. We're thinking about having a second child. I understand it's got to be a rule. No more smoking around the baby. I get that.
well, do you get that we're not even thinking about having a second child until you quit smoking, finally?
Look, I told you I'm gonna quit. For good.
Yo, man, when she's pregnant, that baby breathes what she breathes.
So no smoking around baby, period.
Okay, I'll stop smoking, I promise.
Well, since we're worried about this SIDS stuff, what about these babies that come home from the hospital with breathing monitors and heart monitors? That's okay, right?
Well, they're for a specific health purpose, but we don't have any data showing that they decrease the risk for SIDS. What we do know is they can make parents feel safer when they're not. Don't rely on electronic products to keep your baby safe during sleep. We can't get lulled into thinking that electronic gizmos can take the place of caring parents, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. But what about those baby sleep positioners? That seems like a good idea to keep your baby from sleeping over.
There are a lot of products out there that claim to reduce the risk for SIDS, but most haven't been safety tested, and they actually might increase the risk for suffocation. So avoid commercial products that claim to reduce the risk for SIDS. The simplest rule is nothing else in the crib.
I wish you'd been around to tell my mother that. She had all three of us sleeping in the same crib. And whoever the littlest one was the one who got to sleep in her bed. But wait, that's not safe either, right?
But it's the way everybody did it. I mean, you either slept in the same bed with your brothers or your sisters or your parents.
That's okay for older children, but for infants, it's not safe. If the baby is sleeping in the bed with someone else, it increases the risk for SIDS or accidental suffocation. Now they can sleep in the same room with someone else beside the bed, just not in the bed. Nothing else in the sleep area.
So, should you give your baby a pacifier before they go to sleep?
There is that tiny exception, fair enough. Yes, it's a good idea to give the baby a clean, dry pacifier. The important thing to remember is never coerce or force the baby to take the pacifier. And if it pops out during sleep, that's it. Leave it out. Don't try to pop it back in. And if you're breastfeeding, you should wait until your baby is used to nursing before you even introduce a pacifier. But some of the important ways to reduce the chance of SIDS occurring begin with taking care of yourself while pregnant. Never smoke, drink alcohol, or use illegal drugs during pregnancy or after childbirth. Get regular prenatal care, and once your baby's born, follow your doctor's guidance on vaccines and well baby checkups. Breastfeeding your baby is recommended too, because it can also help reduce the risk of SIDS.
Hey, it's birthday time.
SIDS affects infants less than a year old, with ages up to 4 months being particularly vulnerable. But the simple steps we've been talking about here today drastically reduce the incidence of SIDS. Just remember, take care of yourself. Go to all prenatal care checkups scheduled by your doctor. After baby's born, follow your doctor's advice on well baby vaccines and checkups. Breastfeed your baby, but absolutely no smoking, alcohol, or illegal drug use while pregnant or after birth. Remove all play items and soft objects from the crib at sleep time, and that includes bumper pads. Place baby on a firm, safety-approved crib mattress. Avoid overdressing your baby or setting the thermostat too high. Keep baby's sleep area close to, but separate from where you sleep. Don't put your trust in products marketed to protect against SIDS or rely on heart or breathing monitors. You can use a clean pacifier for sleep time, and if breastfeeding, wait until baby is used to nursing before introducing the pacifier. No smoking around baby. Make sure baby gets some tummy time when awake and you're watching to avoid developing flat spots on the head and to support physical development. And when it comes to sleeping, always, always, always place baby on his or her back.
And get some rest, because you're gonna need it.
Okay, well, that is all I have for you. And my information and my contact information is on the packet information that Sean will be giving you. And if you have any questions, give me a call and use your resources. And definitely check into breastfeeding and get in touch with WIC. And we do have car seats available through the Ohio Buckeyes Buckle program. So if you are eligible for WIC or have Medicaid, you are eligible for that. They're convertible, so they go from newborn 5 pounds to 65 pounds. So we get in shipments every now and then, so we don't always have them, but sometimes we run out. But anyway, if you are interested, you can give the health department a call at 735-8400. And I really appreciate your time today. And I really wish you the very, very, very best in your baby and your parenting and, you know, many, many days to come. So enjoy and stay safe. Safe sleep with your baby. All right. Thank you.